I like this thing. I'm a basketball historian. So when I see number one defenses in the NBA, and now the Celtics are the latest one to do it, it ain't the same defense when you look back at a team like the Pistons of '04, '03, right? Like a lot of these historical old good defenses, it ain't the same thing because everybody gave this Boston number one defense the work, especially the star. The star of the team gave Giannis had two or three 40-point games on him. Jimmy gave
Yeah,
him two 40-point games. Steph gave him 40. He averaged 32. So it's like,
yeah,
excuse me, I don't really look at the defenses now in the NBA, especially the way the game is played, and hold that as like I guess very high in my mind because it's like the defenses now they ain't really that good
yeah,
compared to teams back then. Like like when you getting up to 120 points in the finals, right? You losing uh all these losses was damn near it was no close games essentially in this finals,
yeah,
right? And that's why I say that last year's finals, the Bucks and the Suns were better finals to me, right?
yeah.
Because we had to see 100%. We had to see Giannis really go out there and take it because those were tough games. Like there wasn't no just all right, let's go beat y'all by 10. We're gonna beat y'all by 10. We're gonna beat y'all by 10. It wasn't none of that. Like this series, it was a good series, but it was a very lopsided series in the sense of when it came to
Whoever
experience.
won, even if you want to be honest, man, something crazy that I'm looking at now. It wasn't one game determined by single digits. Every game was a
No,
double digit game, depending on
every
who won. So if Boston won, it was a double digit. If the Golden State Warriors won, it was a double digit game as well.
Yeah, and that goes back to just experience. And Boston showed us multiple times throughout the year that they were the type of team where if it's like if it was going to be trading baskets going down the clutch, they weren't going to be able to do that go every single time because that becomes a shot making game. Like you
Yeah,
have to have your best shot maker making plays for you, and Curry is the best shot maker probably in the league from every angle on the court. And Tatum just looked unraveled from game one. Like I was like, maybe he get it, by game four, and then this 3 game series gonna look a lot better.
yeah.
But he just never cut on, and it was kind of like scary to see that he never cut on. And Andrew Wiggins, shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins played hell of a defense on
Yeah,
that
he
dude.
stepped up. He stepped
Like,
up.
but it's like we said, like a couple episodes ago, we talked about Andrew Wiggins, and he's everything you want in a defensive swingman, right?
Hmm.
From the size, from the length, speed, athletic ability. Like that's a hard matchup, and he's younger, essentially, with the hunger to win.
Yeah.
Like that's a problem.
I know, just jumping on it a little bit, man. Talking about Boston's defense, I know I got to give them some credit, man, because whether you know it or not, dog, Golden State didn't score over 110 points the whole series. The most
Mm,
points they scored was 108. So I think more so, and from what I seen throughout the playoffs as well, the Celtics play good team defense, but they can't defend stars, if that makes sense. Like how you said, like I think the only star that we really seen them like just really abuse and nobody ever seen that happen before was Kevin Durant. And I think it was still some games where Kevin Durant got some buckets up, but like I think that's the toughest we ever seen Kevin Durant work for buckets. And then you fast forward to the Bucks series, Giannis had his way, but I think Giannis has his way against anybody.
yeah,
But I
that's
think
a
a lot of
different.
that plays into um, Giannis is going to score. Chris Middleton is not there, so if Giannis scores 40 points, that means nothing essentially if the person next to him scoring 10 points. So if Giannis want to score 40 points and everybody else has 8 points, 6 points, 3 points, then that's kind of good. And then you fast forward to the Heat series, Jimmy Jimmy had his way when it mattered, but it was also some games where Jimmy looked uncomfortable and they worked us a little bit. But for the most part, when Jimmy needed to step up, he stepped up. And I think most of the Heat games were low scoring games as well. So I think the problem where the Celtics hit this series was that they faced a team that, like you said, they have championship pedigree, and Golden State understood like they have a good defense. We're not going to go out here and score 120 points. So we need to put a little bit more effort on defense. And I think we both can agree on Steph Curry is not perimeter lock defender. But I think I heard one of the announcers, it might have been Jeff Van Gundy, if I'm not mistaken. He said, if you want to win, you're gonna get better at defense. So everything like with Luka not playing defense and all these other star players, Devin Booker not being known for playing defense. If you want to win and you want to be a championship, or if you want to be a champion, defense is somewhere where you're gonna have to put effort in. And I think we saw that with Steph.